Hello, my name is Ty. I am a queer trans man living in rural Northern California. I have never really made much of YouTube other than watching pirated full episodes of Golden Girls. But I'm interested in sharing some ideas, and I think this might be an opportunity for me to talk to people that I don't have to listen back. I welcome your feedback, but I don't actually think I'll read it. So if you have comments and you want me to know what they are, we should probably actually know each other, and then we will develop trust, and feedback would be appropriate at that point. So, I don't have any notes. I haven't thought about what I'm going to be saying here very much. But at this point, I would like to just sort of express some gratitude. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to have a roof over my head and to have access to food and medication. Though access is probably debatable and maybe varies from time to time. Let's see. In October, I first went to my new physician through Anthem Blue Cross. I'm a Medi-Cal recipient under the Affordable Care Act, and so this has been the first time that I've had health insurance in 2 years. It took me about the entire year of 2014 to get the gumption to approach the doctor's office and make an appointment. I have recently relocated to my childhood home region, and it is not exactly the most comfortable concept to be thinking that I'll be, running into peers and their siblings and stuff, as they will be working at these offices. So anyway, that aside, I did finally go to that doctor, mostly because I was needing a prescription for testosterone, which, if you might imagine, I've been on for a little while now. I don't produce testosterone. Blood work is pretty clear. If I don't have testosterone in my body, I don't produce it. Not much, at least nothing substantial. So, there's really no reason that it wouldn't be medically necessary. So the testosterone eventually I did get covered, though it took a few months. However, it's now been October, November, December, January. It's been about 5 months, and I still have not successfully gotten the doctor's office to correspond appropriately with the insurance company to get the needles and syringes covered by which the testosterone is to be administered. So, I'm a little frustrated. I'm also satisfied because I think that this is a great opportunity to educate not just that doctor's office, but organizations that are trying to keep track of the fact that our medication is not always accessible. Like I said, accessible is debatable, and probably changes daily. So anyway, I did see the doctor again this week because, like I said, I had a cold, and I knew they couldn't really do anything for that, but I thought it would be a quick way to get my appointment scheduled expediently. Indeed it was. I got an appointment, I think the following day, so I made sure to get in touch with the folks over at the Gender Health Center in Sacramento, and they sent me the appropriate codes by which the doctor would have to order the syringes and needles in order for them to be prescribed. I'm thinking the doctor should know that because I can't be the first person they've ever prescribed something to. So I did print out that information. I showed it to the doctor. They went ahead and added it to the request for the syringes and the needles. However, they sent it to the pharmacy and not the insurance, and the people at the pharmacy who are so sweet but maybe sick of me, they don't really understand why the doctor's office is not being capable or what. We don't really know. She said maybe they don't understand. And I said, well, the whole licensed professional thing, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give them the benefit of the doubt that for the last 4.5 months, they've just been kind of slowly computing how to get in touch with my insurance. So, it was, yesterday was Friday, and I thought about walking over, across the street to the doctor's office. I did move across the street to the doctor's office. So, they're going to know me really well in 2015, because I was lazy in 2014. I paid for my testosterone out of pocket, even though I knew it would be covered. It's not always exciting, it's not always fun, you know, it's definitely an adventure, and I'm grateful for the lessons that it provides me, and the camaraderie, I guess, that I build with other people specifically in the trans community, but generally just people who are being screwed over by their healthcare providers by not following through on one thing or another. I was really blessed as a child that my parents always emphasized that teachers worked for us, you know, the priests worked for us, we were definitely empowered as young people in my home to be confident in expressing our needs. However, the medical industry has never really been one of successes for me personally. I have never really had great success communicating my symptoms or needs to a physician and ending that conversation with the sense that I was heard. Anyway, okay, I think I should stop talking. You may not watch this video, and maybe I won't even publish it, but this is like a first try, so thank you for your patience. Rural queer.